Hello, everybody in the Invideo group. Take your seats because today we're going to be doing something that John and I haven't done for some time. And this is a live demonstration. So anything can happen and probably will. We're live in the group and on YouTube. And when I say we, I actually mean me. So this countdown clock, 45-second countdown clock, is going to disappear. And when it does, you'll see me on screen. So hello, I'm Stephen. I'm based in Wiltshire in England, and I'm inspired by Invideo. And John and I have been inspired by Invideo for, this would be the 60th episode, but we start season 2 next week, show 1. Shout out to John first, because he's not so well at the moment. So I'm on my own. This is live. You can ask me any questions that you like. Say hello to Corinda. Corinda, thank you for joining me. Corinda and I were chatting earlier about I Live Here. So follow the page if you wish and find out where Corinda lives, because Corinda is going to be broadcasting on the I Live Here page, which I'm looking forward to. I'm going to take my name off screen because I can. I'm broadcasting because I can. Now, I'm basically a live broadcaster. I broadcast Monday through Friday, and with a lot of friends from all around the globe, from the States, from Canada, from Belgium, from England, Scotland, you name it. I've got friends there, almost a friend in every city. One of the things that we're doing now, though, is that we used to broadcast just to Facebook, and that was okay because we went to Facebook and people knew where we were, and you're only going to one destination. But as soon as you start going to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, Periscope, then you've got a problem. And the basic problem is this, as we say hello to Corinda, and Corinda's just confirming no more then. Okay, so there is a basic problem in that if you're going live to 5 different destinations, then they all have different connection times. And there is no way that all of them are actually going to start 10 seconds after you press the go live button. They're going to start between 10 and 40 seconds after you press the go live button, because each system has to connect to the system that you're using. Now I'm on Be Live today. Same is true of StreamYard or Restream. All have the same situation. You don't go live on all the platforms at the same time. That's why you need a countdown clock. And I, last summer, with using Invideo, created over 50 countdown clocks. I'm going to show you 2 examples in the show, and then I'm actually going to build one live. And that's the bit we don't normally do. That's the bit we don't normally do, is actually do a demonstration live. Normally, it's a recording that John has created, and we upload. He uploads it to YouTube, and we just play it. But today, we're going to risk it all, and we're going to do a live demonstration. And when you do a live demonstration, anything can happen. So all the mistakes are going to be mine. But before I actually go and create a video, I'm going to actually show you a countdown clock created using Invideo. And the beautiful thing is that you can actually create personalized or branded countdown clocks using Invideo resources. And I'm going to show you how. But before I do, I'm going to bring this up on screen. And I'm going to show it full screen. Hang on. I'm going to show it full screen. Okay, and I'm going to switch my microphone off and just press play. Now this video is actually stored on YouTube, and because I'm on Be Live, I can bring the video in direct from YouTube, no downloads, no uploads, and it will just play. So this is one I made earlier.
Why do we need to touch the stars? when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are?
I did mute myself. I've got to say all that again. So thank you for staying with me. I said anything could happen and probably will. So just to go through that again, as it came out of the video, Corinda had a question. What happened with his question? If you ask me a question, and that's anybody who's watching, thank you for watching, then it will automatically come up on screen and I can answer it. And I have now unmuted myself. Sorry, I'm remiss. Happy New Year, everybody. This is sort of the first week back at school, and a bit rusty. Need to get the cobwebs off, and we'll get better as time goes on. And certainly when there's Johns here, then it's a lot easier, I tell you, because when you're hosting a show, wherever you host it, you've got to produce the show, you've got to host it, and you've got to keep your concentration on several things at the same time. And multitasking is definitely a skill I'm trying to master. Okay, so without further ado, you've seen an example of a countdown clock created within Invideo, and what I'm going to do now is show you exactly how you can create your own countdown clock, and you can do it any which way you want. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going over to a Chrome tab. And that Chrome tab is the Invideo tab. I'm going to share it, and I'm going to bring it up on screen, and you should recognize it. Everybody should recognize this. And I'm going to go picture in picture that way around. Okay, so you can see the full screen. You can see Invideo. I love how this is always being updated. And I love the fact that Invideo are just amazing at all the support that's actually given to everybody who uses it. Ask a question and your question's been answered before you finish typing. And in 2020 was amazing. 2021 with Invideo is going to be an awesome ride. So hello to everybody at Invideo. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the page, and 99.9% of the Invideo videos I create are done with a blank canvas, and they're done 16 by 9. So it's going to whir away now, and it's going to bring up the studio, the Invideo studio. So just waiting for it to load. So there's the studio, and basically this is the bit I love. It's blank, so I can remove the logo. Okay, so I'm going over to remove the logo. I'm going to remove the text and I've got a blank screen. Now, the first thing I want is a countdown clock. Over on this side, if I go to videos and I type in countdown, then I'll normally get a series of countdown clocks. There we are. Okay, and I'm going to put the word clock in as well. And this is going exceedingly well. I'm going to press return. This worked earlier. Okay, you type in your search words. In this case, I've typed in countdown clock, and whew, thank goodness for that. If I scroll down and hover over a countdown clock, then I can see basically it in operation, and I can just click it and it will appear on my canvas. So how much of a countdown clock do I want? Well, normally I would take all of it. There's no need to trim it. So I can just say done. And I've now got a countdown clock on screen. And if I press play, it will count down. Now I'm just going to check here. When you heard the music then, did you hear an echo? If you could let me know whether you heard an echo or not, that would be good. Because I don't want to sort of ruin it by having an echo all the way through the video. So I'm asking you now, when I played that video then, was there an echo? Just a yes or no. Echo, no echo. Okay, I'm going to suggest that there is no echo. So I'm going to go back to the Invideo screen. And I'm going to size that. So I'm just going to shrink it down. Okay. And go and get another countdown clock. Now we're spoiled for choice here in terms of countdown clocks. You can actually pick any of these, and I'm going to click that one too. And I'm going to take the whole of it. You see why I'll explain everything in a minute. So I'm going to press OK on that. So I've now got two countdown clocks on screen. I'm just going to move that one down there. Okay. And there we have two countdown clocks. And then we can press play. Right. So there are two countdown clocks, and let's have third one for good measure. As I said, we are spoilt for choice, and you can choose whichever clock you like simply by clicking on it. Done. You can see how long the countdown clock is. This is a 10-second countdown clock. Done. And again, I get a warning, which I'm going to ignore, and I'm going to. Now you notice that some of these are actually premium clocks, so you've got to be on the pro version. But essentially, if I press play now, you've got all the countdown clocks. Now, the reason for showing all those countdown clocks is because you want to get the right one. You want to get the one that's going to suit the mood that you're actually going to set. So experiment with the actual clocks. You just go to videos, you type in countdown clock, and you get your choice of countdown clocks to actually use in your video. I've got one additional option for you, which I'll show you now. So I'm going to take that off and come back down and just take a few comments. Right, there's no echo at all. Thank you very much, Corinda. That helps a lot. And Corinda is saying, so does it matter if any or don't have to be the right one? You choose the one you want. I'm just showing you the possibilities, that there are 3 different styles there. You can choose the style you actually want to have within your video. The length of the video, that 5-minute video, you could cut that down to 1 minute. You can trim them as you wish. Okay, so we've got a 60-second countdown, a 5-minute countdown, and a 10-second countdown. You choose them for length. If you're doing live broadcasting, then you want a countdown clock about 45 seconds to a minute would be ideal, because that gives time for Facebook and YouTube and Vimeo and Periscope and Twitch all to be connected. And the idea is that you start talking as soon as you get down to 0. You don't, well, you talk before it, but your show starts when the countdown clock finishes. Now, I've seen live broadcasts where the countdown clock is 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is a bit of an overkill, especially on the replay, to sit there for watching a clock for 10 minutes. Well, you might be watching the grass grow. So I tend to have countdown clocks which are 45 to 60 seconds long. And over Corinda, so how do you do an image video with the countdown on the side? Right, okay, you hinted at my next step. Thank you for your question. I'm actually going to do that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all those countdown clocks, because I don't want any of those on this particular video. And I'm going to go to, if it's moved again, uploads. And this is my section where I've uploaded things to Invideo. And if I scroll down here and keep going, I will eventually get to, and this, what I'm about to show you, is I can send to anybody who would like a copy of it. And just keep going. You'll see everybody who broadcasts with me sometimes has appeared on a video. And countdown clock there. Now, it's a 30-second countdown clock. And I'm going to resize it. And you can see it's actually made for live broadcasters, because it says going live in 30 seconds. Okay. So line that up. And the next thing you've got to do is you've got to go to the advanced timeline. And because that is 30 seconds, I want to drag that out to 30 seconds. And just a minute. I'll get this right in a minute. I want to drag that until it is 30 seconds long. Okay. So that's that done. And I'm just going to press play and we'll see it count down. Now, countdown clock is simply a code. That's a program that I created. And as I say, you can have a copy of it if you wish. Right, so that's the countdown clock in place. The next thing you need is the background video. Now, I'm going to go back to videos again. And the ones that I like and the ones that everybody likes are volcanoes. I'm just going to try and get rid of countdown clocks. Okay, bear with me a moment. So get rid of the previous text and type in volcano. Okay, and press return. And we now get a series of volcano videos. Now, what I'm looking for is a video that's about 30 seconds long. So I'm going to scroll down and we can see all these in action if we just scroll over them. And I want a 30-second or round about 30-second volcano video. And I'm going to go, I found one earlier. I swear, I know I did. Okay, so I'm going to take the countdown clock video I want. That one will do. Now that one isn't long enough. That one is reasonably okay. I'll take this one. Okay, so I click it and it's 27 seconds long. So it's going to loop. I'm not particularly worried about that. So I'm going to say done. And the video will come into place. Okay, I'm going to size it to my screen. Okay, and a bit of adjusting, and adjust this down here as well. Move that out of the way. Resize that by, I told you this was live, so bear with me a moment, we will get there. And I'm going to increase the size of it. My mouse is sticking. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to one last try, hopefully make this video big enough. There we are, we're getting closer. And I want that video to be underneath the other video. So I'm going to move the clock. I'm going to put the clock down the right hand corner. Okay, so I just moved the layers. That was the first video, that was the second video, so I've now put them back in order. Okay, so I've now got the video and the countdown clock, and the next thing I need is some music. So let's go back to Invideo, and this time I can go to music. Okay, and I can set the tone. Now I got to say that from my generation I'm into rock music, so I'm going to go for rock music. I'm going to test one, so stand by. That's not quite right. Now this is where browsing and testing, this is where the time is taken in finding the right track with the right tempo. And you can go through up to 10. Okay, I quite like that one. That may not be my final choice, but I'm going to add the soundtrack at the beginning. Okay, I'm going to stop it for a second. Right, okay. So I can now press play. And I am trying to stop the music. All right. Whew. Okay. So I've got the elements, I've got the video, I've got the music. I'm happy with that music. Right. Okay. And Corinda's bringing up a question about copyright. If it's not copyright, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, basically, the music in the Invideo library is not copyright. It's safe to use. If you're using Invideo music, it's licensed by Invideo. You do not need to worry about it. You can take it and play it. Now, that is not to say that Facebook won't take exception to it, or the Facebook AI will be checking your video and say to itself, I've heard that before, and it will send you a copyright claim. Because there's an Invideo video and the music is licensed to Invideo and we are licensed to use it, then you just you actually appeal and you say that the music is from Invideo, and that's the end of the story. Okay, and there's a link you can actually include as well, which hopefully I'll find and post afterwards. But the music in the Invideo library is safe to use for commercial purposes, so you shouldn't have any problems. Now, the other thing I can do is I could actually go, and if I go into layers and I unlock the background, I can come back to edit and I can change the color of the background from black to, if we have a blue there, that looks slightly better. Not that one. Again, the time you take now will improve the quality of your video. Now that's a sort of good, well, I like that. And this is also the key. If you're producing a video, unless you're producing it for somebody else, you should like it. Yeah, you should not only enjoy making it, as you can see, I'm having great fun doing this, but you should like it yourself, because if you don't like it, why should other people? So create for yourself and make sure you get the right content. So you want the right time countdown clock, and you've got plenty to choose from, or you can get a copy of mine if you wish. You need the right video, and as I say, last year I created 50 countdown clocks, which are all on YouTube, which are all free to use, and it's just so much fun actually doing it. And I'm going to start again, possibly in February. I'm going to create another 50 countdown clocks, basically because it's relaxing, it's cathartic. Video is the greatest way of actually creating countdown clocks. It's the simplest, because you can create, this is just, I'm coming back to me now. The countdown clock I'm doing at the moment is a generic one. So in other words, when I finish this countdown clock, I'll put it up on YouTube and then anybody can use it. Okay. If you are creating countdown clocks though, you can brand them, and you can bring brand assets like logos, lower thirds, anything you like into the countdown clock. So a countdown clock can be more than just a clock. It can be informative. So you can give people something to read whilst you're doing it. You could have text on the screen, you could have images on the screen, you could time the entry of the video, time the entry of the clock. So many things you can do to mix it up, to make it your own. You can brand it to the nth degree so that it's for one of your businesses or for one of your clients' businesses. Countdown clock, a great way just to attract people. Practical use is in live broadcasting as well. And I've just got a how. So I'm going to wait before I disappear from screen and go back to finish off my video. I'm going to wait for the follow-up bit to how. Basically, if you just press return at the end of your question, then I'll see your question. So there's a how question coming. If you do have questions about how to create countdown clocks, then please do ask them. This is Stephen on Inspired by Invideo, and we're just about to finish the clock off. And as I say, what I will do after I finish the clock is I will upload it to YouTube and make it free for everybody. So I'm still waiting for how, but let's carry on. I'm going to hide myself again. And there we are. And I'm going to go back to Invideo. So I'm happy with the way that that is laid out. I could just move the video slightly to the left, but I'm likely to, I think I've got top and bottom are even. The countdown clock is in the corner where I want it to be. I could have writing around the frame. I could have a frame at the bottom as well. Many different ways you can actually alter this. Let's just go for the advanced timeline a minute. Just want to check something. And I need to make it so that everything is 30 seconds. So I'm just moving the clock to 30 seconds. Okay, and then I'm going to move that video to 30 seconds so you can see what I'm doing. I'm actually stretching the video so it actually fits my time frame. And we got there in the end. Okay, because you've got to concentrate to get this right. So I'm going to now export the video, and whilst that is being processed, we can actually watch it process if you want. So it's 5% of the way through. I'm here to take questions. You're a great person. That's very kind of you. I don't know who you are at the moment, but thank you for the comments. Most welcome. I'll have a chat later after this live broadcast. Okay, so it's processing, and basically this is converting your video into various formats, and it's bringing together all the elements that you selected: the video, the music, the video of the clock as well, are all being welded into place. And that is Nesta. Hello, Nesta. Thank you, Corinda. Thank you. So Nesta, welcome to the broadcast, and thank you for your comment. So this is the processing bit. I don't have to sit here while it processes. I could go and make a cup of tea. I can come back later and the finished video would be there. But one of the things I do like about the way this is done now is that if I wanted to show this video to people, I can just share it straight away on Facebook or YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter, or I could share the link and people can comment on it. So if you've got a project which is several people involved in it, then you can actually ask them to leave comments, which is collaboration at its best, really. So the video is still processing. It's getting slower. It's probably because there's so many people on in video. Okay, so whilst that processes, I'll keep an eye on it and come back to me. If you have any questions about any aspect of Invideo, then come back next week. My friend John Upton, as I say, he's not well today, but we'll be back together in harness next Thursday, 11 AM Eastern, 4 PM in the UK. And what normally happens in the broadcast is it's not just me on screen, it's myself and John. And John has a weekly instructional video where he pre-records hints, tips and tricks for everybody who uses Invideo. And you see John in the group helping people and helping more people. He is the go-to person. Oh, good job. I'm saying good things, John. John, hello. Yeah, I just thought I'd go solo this week, just because we're taking 3-week break, and 3 weeks seemed to be a week too far. So hopefully I filled in. I'm just going to check how far this procedure has gone. We're stuck on 77% at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide that off screen. Now, I've put that video together in, as you've seen, I've done this live. Okay, so we've done that in about 15 minutes. If you're creating a video, it is possible to do a video in 15 minutes. I would not recommend it though. When I'm doing the Invideo videos, what I do is I tend to take 5 topics, get the music and everything ready, and then go and create the videos. So think about it first. Make sure you get it right. The more time you spend planning a video, the better the video is, generally speaking. John will be along next week to say, no, well, he agrees with me. I know he does. So do plan your videos. I mean, I basically, before I went live today, 2 o'clock today, 2 hours ago, I sat down and I ran through the show. I did the 3 clocks on screen. I did the 4th clock on screen. I found my volcano video, but when I went live, could I find it? No. And I didn't choose the music. As I say, get the music right. The right music makes a whole lot of difference to people paying attention. I'm going to show you why. I made a video clock last year, which has had hundreds and hundreds of views. And I'm going to bring it up on screen now. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Hopefully it's the right one. And I'll take myself off. Okay. And put it full screen. And if it's the right video, it should be okay. Oh. Let's come back to me. That's not the right video. Just a moment. Let's remove that. This is live. Okay, I think I found it now. Okay, so this is live, and I'm going to bring that video on screen. Hopefully. It's all going wrong. Right, okay. Right, I've got the right video now. This video, it just amazed me because it's had so many views, and it's the right combination of stock Invideo video, I got there, stock music, and my own countdown clock. So let's have a look at one I made earlier, which it just fell right, as we say in the UK. So I'm going to put it full screen, and I'm going to play this video, and then we'll see how far the one I've made has got. So I'm going to switch my mic off and just press play, and let's watch a volcano. I'm not going to do the full 60 seconds, but you get the idea. And that was sort of the most popular video I did last year. And comment from Corinda, who says he loves that video countdown. Thank you. And previous comment from Corinda about a new show he's doing from next Monday to Friday. Get the advert in. Why not? This is a commercial station. Monday to Friday, I'm doing a special show. I look forward to it, Corinda. Okay. So if we go back to our screen share, if I can find it, I'm going to hide that. And I'm going to go for shared screen and take myself off and go picture in picture. Probably that way around. So here we have, just to wind up today's inspired by Invideo, here is the finished video, which I'll just press play. I think that goes together quite well. But as I say, I love the fact that I can download this video now, and then I can upload it to YouTube, and then people can use it in their broadcasts. And because it's got a board around it, then they can use an overlay to actually go around the clock. So I thought of that. Now that was more by accident than design. I think the thing is that creating videos is a learned skill. It helps if you've got some creative powers, but it is a learned skill. And Invideo got some great videos about how to use the system. And John offers practical advice in the group. And also next week at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK, we will be live again with Inspired by Invideo, with a pre-recorded video. So things should run a bit more smoothly next week. Enjoy creating videos. If you've any questions at all, then I've only got one piece of advice for you, and that's to ask John. And till next week, have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and hopefully you find that informative and fun and entertaining. That's what it's all about. That's what live video is all about. Just to say that I'm happy to see. I'm just going to bring up two logos. First of all, this broadcast with myself and John is sponsored by those people, and also sponsored by these people. So we've got one show with two sponsors. Absolutely brilliant. This is Stephen in Wiltshire, working for Be Live. See you next week. Take care. Bye for now. Oh, did I tell you? Inspired and Be Live are now in a partnership, which means that Molly Mahoney broadcasts into the Invideo group, and a lot of exciting things will happen in 2021 arising out of that partnership. Bye.